butterfly. You are now listening to the WHOLElistic Soul Care Session podcast, the podcast where faith meets holistic wellness and healing becomes a whole life practice. I'm your host, JC Morgan, soul care coach, clinical herbalist, holistic nutritionist. In each session, we're going to tend to the whole you. That's mind, body, spirit, and soul through God's word, holistic health, and the kind of honest community that makes real transformation possible. This is a safe space. This is a growing space. And this is your reminder that we were not made to just survive. You were made to be whole. So pull up a chair, pour yourself something warm, and let's get into it. Before we dive in, I'm a holistic nutritionist, clinical herbalist, holistic health coach, not a medical doctor. So everything shared in the podcast is for educational and informational purposes only, and it's not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or condition. Always consult with your licensed healthcare provider before making any changes to your health routine. Now, let's go. Hello, little butterflies, and welcome back to the Golden Glory, a month-long turmeric study. If you're new here, I'm JC Morgan. If you're old, sup again. All right, so this week I'm coming to you a little bit different. I'm more comfortable. I'm more relaxed. I try to do the stuffy thing sitting in the chair and trying to look super professional, but it was not. It was dumb, right? Because that's not me. So this week in week 3, we're doing turmeric in the kitchen. So we're cooking with God's pharmacy. So welcome to week 3. I just want to take a moment to appreciate how amazing the same herb that we've been making medicine with over the past 3 weeks now is another it's an herb that is a culinary superstar. It is awesome in the kitchen, right? If you know me or if you've been around for a little bit, you know that I'm big on food is medicine, and food is where we can get our nutrients, as opposed to supplementing any and everything, because let's be for real, we don't need to supplement everything. Well, not all of us. Most of us, we can just get what we need from food. However, sometimes supplementation is important. So yeah, God is showing off with his turmeric because it's medicine, it's food, it's awesome, it's great, it's love, right? So this week we're taking turmeric from remedy to recipe. And let me tell you, your taste buds are going to love it. They're in for a treat. Why? Because we're talking about one of my most favorite foods ever to be created by God in life. So yeah, turmeric as medicine, food and medicine. Here's something beautiful about turmeric that you may not know. In traditional medicine systems like Ayurveda, got it. Food and medicine aren't separate categories. They're one and the same. So what you eat either builds you up, it builds up your health, or it tears it down. If you've been following me, you know I've asked the question, what are you eating? Is what you're eating building you up, or is it tearing your body down? I don't know about you, but over here, we ain't trying to tear our body down. Not anymore. Because once you know better, you do better. And we are trying to do better. We're not perfect, but we're working on it, right? So, turmeric has been used as both a spice and a medicine for thousands of years. When you cook with turmeric regularly, you're doing something incredible for your body. Are you curious about what you're doing? All right, so let's get into it. So, you're supporting daily detoxification through liver support. You're reducing overall inflammation. You're providing antioxidant protection. You're supporting digestive health, which is super important because a lot of us that we don't want to admit it, but we have digestive issues. So yeah, this is one of the things that'll help. And then we're also maintaining cardiovascular health. So for one thing that I want to point out is inflammation. Some of us are dealing with insulin resistance. We're dealing with diabetes, and that is a very inflammatory disease. So in that, another issue that we tend to have when we have diabetes, I personally don't have it, but I know a few people that do. Another thing that we tend to deal with when we have diabetes is cardiovascular health, high blood pressure. That's another thing that we want to work on, because we want to become whole. We want to live a holistically healthy life and feel great. For some of us, we want to look great, but for me, I want to feel great. I want to feel rested. I want to feel happy in my body. So guess what the best part is? You don't have to think of it as taking medicine. You're just eating very, 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 very delicious food. The most delicious food you'll ever eat. Let me stop. Okay, so how much turmeric should you use in cooking? In culinary amounts, turmeric is generally quite safe for most people. And I say that because, again, it depends on your body. It depends on you individually. There has been cases where, a single case that I know about, where a woman was taking turmeric in capsules and she made herself sick because she decided to take more than she should have. And that's one of the things that they like to use for fear mongering, to keep people away from getting the medicine that is available to them or using what God gave them. These herbs just aren't, herbs and spices aren't just, medicine by happenstance. God gave us what we needed. Some of us, we grow it. Some of us, we buy it, and we want to make sure that we're getting not only organic, but sustainable. So where they're getting these herbs and spices from, where they're getting these foods and stuff from, we need to know. If you could go to your local farmer's market, do that. Me, I'm still trying to find one, because I'm tired of the grocery store. I'm tired of going into the store and the food is this close to being expired, or it's damaged, or it's already spoiled. I've seen spoiled food in the grocery store, and I'm tired of it. I don't know about you, but I'm tired of it. So yeah, let's start growing our own food. Let's start sourcing from people who care, who are not going to be putting a whole bunch of chemicals in your food. Let's support the mom and pop farmers. Let's support each other. Let's help each other live off the earth, so to speak. It's the same thing with animals. We have farmers who have animals, and they're free range. They're living awesome lives. And when it translates into the food, when you're eating it, you're eating an animal who lived happily, who you're not eating, depression and stench and death. Like, you're eating something that lived the way that God intended it to. But back to this. So a culinary amount would be 1/4 to a teaspoon per serving in recipes. So when we're using it as a food rather than taking concentrated supplements, like what I said earlier, the risks of the side effects are very, very, very low. Right. So cooking tips for turmeric. Number 1, fat is your friend. I've talked about it before. Fats are important for us to receive. I know a lot of us like, ooh, fat, that's going to make me fat. But no, you need fats. It's one of the nutrients, the key nutrients that we need. So remember those fat soluble compounds that we talked about in week 1? I gave you a whole list of them. Yeah. So when you cook with turmeric, you add a little healthy fat. So coconut oil, ghee, which is like clarified butter, olive oil, avocado oil, and it helps your body absorb all of that goodness. 2, black pepper is essential, and I can't stress this enough. When you're eating turmeric or you're taking turmeric, black pepper. Always add a pinch of black pepper. It increases absorption dramatically. You need it. 3, here's a staining warning. Again, if you're new here or if you joined us for the past 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever, we're in week 3. So yeah, turmeric will stain your wooden spoons, your plastic containers, and light colored cutting boards. So I keep a set of turmeric tools that are already golden. Why? Because why mess up anything else when you could just keep something that's specified for it? Like, I can show you a bowl that is yellow with curry powder. Yeah, so 4, fresh versus powder. Fresh turmeric root, it's more mild, it's slightly gingery, it's best for juices and smoothies. Dried powder, it's more concentrated. It has an earthier flavor and smell to it. It's better for cooked dishes. That's usually what we use. Number 5, storage. Please store turmeric powder in an airtight container, away from light, and away from heat. So you don't want to have it over your stove. That goes for any of your spices, any of your herbs, any of your powders. Keep it away from the top of the stove, because that part, it heats up. Keep it off the counters, even though it looks cute or whatever, but it depreciates it faster, and why not get more life, right? So for the fresh root, you can keep it in the refrigerator for 2 to 3 weeks. Are you ready for this week's project? We're going to be cooking with turmeric, and I'm going to give you multiple recipes, more than 3. One of them is my very, 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 very favorite. But we'll talk about that later. This week, I want you at least to try one of these recipes. If you could try them all, but at least one, and I'm going to tell you the one. It's my favorite one. So try that one. It's awesome. But if you don't want to make it, you could go ahead and purchase it from a restaurant. I'll talk about that too. So get creative, have fun. Don't stress if things don't turn out if they turn out a little too golden. Everything does with turmeric, or if it tastes not so great. But all of us aren't cooks. Tweak the recipe so it can taste better. Yeah, we doing this together. All right. If you're not a cooker, you're going to become a cooker, because we're learning. We're not always going to be good at something that we first start. Unlike my husband, like, he's really good at stuff for the first time, and it bothers me, because why are you so good at all these things the first time you try them? Like, especially when it comes to cooking, man, he took curry and went way past what I can do. And I'm the one that taught him, but it's okay, because I get to enjoy that. Right. So, recipe 1, golden turmeric rice. So you need 2 cups of white, brown, or jasmine rice. Jasmine rice is my personal favorite. You can use Thai rice, but I haven't really cooked with that. Yeah, that's jasmine rice. That's where it's at. White rice is okay. Brown rice, it's good for if you're diabetic. Go ahead and try that out. Then you need 4 cups of water or broth. Chicken broth, beef broth. Try vegetable broth. Just broth. 2 teaspoons of turmeric powder. 1 teaspoon of coconut oil. Half a teaspoon of black pepper. Salt to taste. And then the options of cardamom, cinnamon sticks, bay leaves, or curry leaf, right? So here are the directions. First, you're going to rinse your rice. Rinse it out, strain it, and then in the pot, you're going to heat the coconut oil, and then you're going to add the rice and the turmeric, and then you stir for a minute. Make sure you got some water in that pot. The amount of water depends on which rice you have. So stir for 1 minute. Wait, no, we're going to cook it first. Yeah, so we're going to cook the rice and the turmeric, and then we're going to add the liquid, which is your broth or your water, and then do salt, pepper, whatever spices you decide. Bring it to the boil and reduce the heat and cover. Some people like to add coconut milk. I do not, so I'm not going to tell you to. If you want to do it, if you want to try it, go ahead. You'll have to tweak the recipe, possibly. I can't really tell you how much to add in there. But you do you. We're experimenting. We're being kitchen chemists out here. So then we bring it to the boil, reduce the heat, cover. I don't know if I said that already. Then we cook until the rice is tender. So it takes about 15 to 20 minutes for white rice, 40 to 45 minutes for brown rice. It's about 15 to 20 for jasmine rice as well. But I could tell you how to do that one, because that's my favorite. So you bring that to a boil. You bring the rice to the boil, and then you turn it down to a simmer, put the top on it, and then you let it sit for 15 to 20 minutes. A lot of times it's 15, and then the rest is perfect. Now, this recipe is going to tell you to fluff it with a fork and serve. I am not, because I don't like that. Don't fluff my rice. My rice can be fluffy naturally, and it'll taste great. It does not need to be messed up and stirred around, because why? But anyways, this rice is amazing as a base for curry, alongside grilled chicken, or mixed into a grain bowl. All things that are super healthy for you. You can grill chicken healthily. They have those cast iron stovetop things that you can use, and you grill it on there. Perfectly safe. No carcinogens and all of that stuff that comes with the grill outside. Not judging. I got one. Tastes great. Not super healthy for you. You don't do it all the time. But you can still do it. Number 2, healing curry chicken. My favorite, kinda, because my personal favorite is goat. But in my household, we love chicken. Goat is expensive, I think. Whatever. So here are the ingredients. 3 pounds of boneless chicken thighs or breasts. 2 tablespoons of olive oil. A half a teaspoon of black pepper. Almost whatever. 2 tablespoons of curry powder. The recipe is below. If you don't want to make your own, get the cheese brand, because it's great. I don't know how good it is as, sustainable and, organic or whatever. But it's great. Get that one. Then you need 1 large Scotch bonnet pepper. You need to slice it. If you can't handle sliced spices, if you don't want it to be super spicy, don't do the Scotch bonnet pepper. But if you're down and you need that spiciness, add it if you could find it. If anybody is in the Houston area and you know where to get fresh Scotch bonnet, please let me know, because I don't know. Another thing you need is a tablespoon of ground roasted cumin, 6 to 8 cloves of garlic minced, or 4 to 6 teaspoons of powder. Do the fresh garlic. And then you'll need 1 onion, dice it up. Sea salt to taste. Make sure your sea salt says sea salt and not no added stuff that you don't need. And then if you want to, me personally, I'm not about to put this in there, but fresh cilantro chop. I'm not doing that. You can do it. I'm not doing it. If you have some curry leaves, go ahead and add that in there. And then you will need lemon chopped, or chopped lime, or a cup of white vinegar. Sounds weird, yes, but we'll get into it. And it's really not going into the recipe. And then you'll need 2 cups of water. Again, if you want to add coconut milk, go right ahead. I don't. Some people do. It's all preference, right? So, directions. Cut up your chicken into 1 inch to 1.5 inches for each piece. Everybody doesn't do it. I do it. Do I do it? Sometimes I do it. So, if you want to do it, go right ahead. Also, with the chicken, if you want to get like the little drumettes, you could get that too. Either way, you're going to add the chicken pieces to a bowl with water, lemon juice, lime juice, or white vinegar. And then you rub it into the chicken to get rid of the raw chicken taste, because we don't like raw chicken taste, right? And then what you do in the pot, you'll heat olive oil to a low heat, but you need a large pot. Get a large pot. So then we're going to saute the curry powder, put the garlic, scotch bonnet pepper, the cumin, and the onion until it's fragrant, and you can smell it in your kitchen. You can smell it everywhere. Make sure that all your bedroom doors are closed, because you don't need that getting into your clothes, because it'll stay in there for a few days, right? Cool. Since I warned you. Then you're going to adjust the heat to medium and add the chicken. Now, if you want to pre-season the chicken, go right ahead. I add the curry powder, some garlic powder. I think I add a little bit of adobo, maybe. But then I add chili powder, cayenne pepper, and paprika. And I think that's all I use. Whatever you want to season it with, season it yourself, because we like seasoned chicken. Not to say that this recipe is not going to do the job, but we like some extra seasoning, right? So then we're going to stir and coat the chicken with the mixture, and we're going to brown it lightly. Make sure that your chicken is brown, because that's how you know that it is cooked. Then after it is brown and it looks nice and golden, you add 2 cups of water and you stir it. You bring it all to a boil, and then you simmer it for 10 to 20 minutes. And then you turn off the pot, let it cool. Don't be alarmed. As it cools, the gravy is going to thicken. If you don't like thick gravy, just add a little bit of water. Add it to your liking. And then garnish with cilantro. I'm not doing that. You don't have to do that. We can leave out the cilantro. Right. So this chicken is going to be golden goodness when you're fighting a cold or dealing with inflammation, or you just want a flavorful meal. Be warned, this recipe will have a little kick to it if you use a scotch bonnet pepper, but it works, right? And now we're going to get into the curry powder recipe, because curry powder is awesome. Oh yeah, let me stop. So 1/3 cup plus 1 tablespoon of ground turmeric, then 1/4 cup of whole black peppercorns, 1/4 cup of cumin seeds, 6 cardamom pods, 1 cup of coriander seeds, 1/4 cup of cumin seeds, 1 tablespoon of mustard seeds, 1 tablespoon of fenugreek seeds, then 2 to 15 dried curry leaves. It's optional. You can add it to the recipe later, but if you want to put it in here, go right ahead, because we're making it. It's ours. We can do what we want. Then you'll add 6 whole cloves of dried garlic, 2 dried chili peppers, 3 roasted red peppers, which is also roasted paprika. And then you'll need a bowl, mixing spoon, spice grinder, or a blender. A blender is better because it could fit more. And then a storage jar. So here are the directions. Add all of the ingredients to the spice jar. To the spice grinder or to the blender. Then you blend on high for 2 to 5 minutes or until powder. Pour the blended ingredients into a bowl, mix it up a little bit, make sure everything's even, and then you'll add it to your storage jar. Now, this is the most important part of storing the ingredients, right? So, recipe name. Put a label on it, add the recipe name, the ingredients, all that you put into it, the date that you made this mixture, and then the expiration date. So keep in mind it lasts up to 6 months. If it clumps up, throw it out. If you got stuff in your if you got spices and stuff inside of your cupboard and it's clumped up, throw it out. I know in the black home we like to keep it because it still works and it's still flavorful. However, trash it, replenish it, get some new stuff, right? Because we want it to be fresh. So now this curry powder can be used for all types of meats and poultries and seafood, such as chicken, beef, lamb, fish, goat, my favorite, crabs, shrimp, etc. And it will make your food taste like happy. Yes, I said it'll make your food taste like happy. So just do it. Hey, we're going to take a quick pause. And I mean it's a good one, so stick with me. If today's session is hitting home for you, if you're realizing that your mind, your body, or your spirit has been running on empty for way too long, I want you to know that you don't have to figure this out alone. At the Soul Care Squad, I walk alongside people just like you through faith-based soul care and holistic wellness, mind, body, spirit, and soul. Whether you need a space to breathe, a community to heal in, or a real holistic support with your health, we've got something for you. Here's what we offer at the Soul Care Squad. 1. One-on-one soul care and holistic wellness coaching, which is personalized to you or your root causes. Functional lab analysis. We go beyond the basics and find out what is actually going on in your body. Herbal support, nutritional protocols, and lifestyle guidance, all through faith-centered lens. And a growing community of people who are doing this work together, because wholeness is better in community. You can find free resources, current offerings, and ways to connect at soulcaresquad.com. And if you're on social media, come find us, Soul Care Squad, on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. We also have a free 15-minute soul care starter session so we can get to know each other and find out if we're a good fit. No pressure, no hard sell, just a real conversation about your wellness journey. Links are in the show notes. Now, let's get back to the session. And we're back. So, now we're going to do recipe number 4. It's the healing turmeric chicken soup. So, this is what we're going to need. 1 pound of boneless chicken thighs or breasts, 8 cups of chicken broth, 2 teaspoons of turmeric powder, 1 inch of fresh ginger, grated, or 1 teaspoon of ginger powder, 3 cloves of garlic, and then we want it to be minced, 2 carrots chopped up, 2 celery stalks, chop it up, 1 onion diced up. That sounds like a rap, but whatever. 2 tablespoons of coconut oil, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, salt to taste, and fresh cilantro or parsley for garnish. So, here's what we're going to do. Heat the coconut oil in a large pot. Then we're going to saute the onion, garlic, and ginger until it's fragrant. Again, you got to be smelling it all over the kitchen. Add chicken and brown lightly. And then you add the broth, turmeric, pepper, carrots, and celery. You bring it all to a boil. And then you simmer it for 20 to 30 minutes. Right. After that, you're going to take it out the pot. Shred up the chicken. Put it back in the pot. Adjust the seasonings. And then we'll garnish it with the fresh herbs. Now, this soup is liquid gold when you're fighting a cold, again, or dealing with inflammation. This will work for you. We have some people who don't like soup, like my husband. Like, who doesn't like soup? Soup is awesome. It's amazing. It helps you to feel better, right? It's okay. We're working on it. I got him to try curry, and that's kind of maybe, depending on who mixes. It can be soupy, whatever. But he uses the broth for it, so A win is a win, right? A win is a win. Recipe 5. Turmeric roasted vegetables. We got 4 cups of mixed vegetables. That's cauliflower, carrots, sweet potatoes, Brussels sprouts. If you like cooked carrots, good for you. Me, I like my carrots raw. But for this recipe's sake, we're going to say we're going to cook these carrots. So, 3 tablespoons of olive oil or coconut oil, 3 teaspoons of turmeric powder, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, a half a teaspoon of black pepper, salt to taste. We're using sea salt over here, and we're making sure that our packaging just says sea salt. And then we're going to need a fresh lemon juice. Now, preheat your oven to 425 if you want to. You could do 275, but it's going to take a little bit longer. 275 is ideal when we're cooking because we want to cook everything slowly. So, chop vegetables into bite-sized pieces. In a large bowl, toss vegetables with oil, turmeric, and spices. Then we're going to spread it on a baking sheet in a single layer. And then we're going to roast for 20 to 35 minutes. If we're doing 275, we're just going to put it in there and we're going to watch it. So, halfway through, we're going to stir the vegetables. And then we're going to squeeze the fresh lemon juice over the top of the vegetables before serving. It's going to be awesome. And last, but definitely not least of this whole series, obviously. Yeah, because it's the last recipe this week. So, turmeric smoothie bowl. I haven't tried smoothie bowls yet. I'm curious, so we're going to try it. 1 frozen banana, half a cup of frozen mango, 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder, half a teaspoon of cinnamon, a pinch of black pepper, 1 cup of coconut milk or almond milk. I prefer almond milk. 1 tablespoon of almond butter. If you don't have almond butter, peanut butter is fine, right? Then you'll do toppings like maybe granola, fresh fruit, coconut flakes, chia seeds, whatever floats your boat. It's your bowl. Nobody's going to tell you what to do. Directions. We're going to blend all the ingredients except for the toppings that I told you at the end until it's smooth and thick. Pour it into a bowl. Add your favorite toppings. Enjoy with a spoon. Simple, right? That's why we're going to try it, because it's easy and it's quick. Oh, look at that. So we got some more recipes down up in here. Okay, so another one of my favorite is hummus. So we're going to call this one the golden turmeric hummus. So you need 2 cans of chickpeas. You want to drain it. Make sure the cans is 15 ounces each. 3 tablespoons of tahini. 3 tablespoons of olive oil. 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. 2 cloves of garlic. 2 teaspoons of turmeric powder. Half a teaspoon of cumin. 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. Sea salt to taste. And then water as needed for consistency. Now, here's what you do. Add everything to a food processor or blender. And you're going to blend it until smooth. And then you're going to add water as needed. Adjust the seasonings to your specific taste buds. And serve with vegetables, pita, or crackers. I personally like naan bread with my hummus. Or I might do like carrots, raw carrots, and celery sticks. Because it's awesome. Hummus is great and it's good for you. Another thing that we can make is turmeric scrambled eggs. Everybody doesn't like scrambled eggs. I like scrambled eggs, but I don't eat it from everybody because some people, they like to make it runny. And I don't even like that. Right? So, we got 4 eggs, a half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, pinch of black pepper, sea salt to taste, 1 tablespoon of butter or coconut oil, and then optional, spinach, tomatoes, and onions. I don't need all that. If you want to add that, it's great because it's good for you. but not in my eggs. Please, not in my eggs. So we're going to whisk the eggs with the turmeric, salt, and pepper. I like to add garlic powder to mine, and then I like to add cayenne pepper, paprika, chili powder. Those are my four go-tos that I like to add in my food. So then we're going to heat the oil in the pan. Add whatever vegetables that you like. Saute them. Pour it into the eggs. Scramble until cooked. And serve immediately, because nobody likes cold scrambled eggs because it's nasty and it's weird. And then we'll talk about the fact that the turmeric gives the eggs the most gorgeous golden color, and it's going to taste good because we made it, because we're cookers now, right? Right. So now we're close to the end. So we're going to do the mini quiz. Number 1, why is it important to pair turmeric with fat when cooking? We talked about that earlier. I forgot to tell you, get your journal, write these down. We're going to take this quiz to add to your Golden Glory journal. So again, number 1, why is it important to pair turmeric with fat when cooking? Number 2, what's a culinary amount of turmeric per serving? Number 2, what's a culinary amount of turmeric per serving? Number 3, name 3 health benefits of cooking with turmeric regularly. Name 3 health benefits of cooking with turmeric regularly. Number 5, what's the difference between fresh and dried turmeric in cooking? Number 4, what is the difference between fresh and dried turmeric in cooking? And last but not least, number 5, what recipe did you try this week and how did it turn out? Please let me know. Add it to the comments. If you want to send me an email me and let me know. All right? Because I want to hear it. I need to hear that we're actually doing this. I want to see that we're doing this together. So we'll go into the reflection. As you cook with turmeric this week, meditate on 1 Corinthians 10:31, where it says, so whether you eat or drink or whatever you do it all for the glory of God. And what we're doing with these foods is we're stewarding our body, we're stewarding our health, because we're glorifying God when we're feeling great, when we're feeling healthy, when we are healthy. We're showing him that we're taking care of the body that he loaned to us, for one. Not only that, we're going to be fit and able to do the work that he put us on this earth to do. We'll be able to fulfill our calling and not be in a hospital bed somewhere where we're not able to do what we're supposed to be doing, because we're taking care of ourselves now, right? So even cooking dinner can be an act of worship when we're stewarding the gifts that he's given us. Again, everybody's not a cooker, but we're cookers out here now. We've been doing these recipes together, so now we're cookers. Even if it's not the best, it don't taste the best, because we still got to make our tweaks or whatever. We're still cookers. We're doing it. I'm not telling you to start a cooking business, but we're cookers of the home. Just like you are the what's the word I'm looking for? Just like we are the intercessors of our home, and we're praying over our home and our families. If it's just you and the dog, that's your family. If it's just you're your family. So we're interceding for our people, right? We're cookers. We're cooking for our family. We're cooking for ourselves, or whatever, what have you. You're doing it. Next week, we are bringing it all together by making a turmeric salve using the oil from week 1. So I hope you didn't throw it out. I hope you didn't give up on it. It's great. It looks great. It should look great, as long as you didn't leave it in the light somewhere Don't leave your oil, just like with the spices and stuff, don't leave your oils in light. Don't leave it open. You want to put it in an airtight jar. Don't put it near heat, right? So until next time, bye. Hey, little butterfly, and thank you for joining me for this holistic soul care session. If today's conversation encouraged you, challenged you, or gave you clarity, share it with someone who needs it. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and share. You can connect with Soul Care Squad through the links in the description, explore our herbal studies, book a consultation, or join an upcoming workshop. Remember, your body is not separate from your calling. Steward it with wisdom. Protect your rest. Nourish your spirit. Until next time, stay aligned, stay rested, and stay blessed. Bye.